My guest today is a rapper. He goes by the name of Tyrone Logan. He's got a new album titled Bon Voyage. He's coming out of New Brunswick, New Jersey. Here's Tyrone Logan. He's a rapper. He's got a new album out titled Bon Voyage. How you doing, Tyrone?
I'm good. I'm great. How about yourself?
Nice, man. I'm living the dream. It's a great pleasure to have you today.
Yo, pleasure to be here. I appreciate it.
Man, let's talk. Bon Voyage. How long has it been out for?
It's been out for a year now.
A year. And in the making, how long was it in the making? I bet it was some time.
It was in the making, I think, for I want to say 3 years. Because it's kind of the rise and the fall of my last relationship. So it started with the first half of the album is like, wow, this is great. And then towards the middle, I start questioning things. And then towards the end, it's just kind of me saying, I'm mad, but I kind of still care, but I got to do something that's better for myself.
Man, but there's something really real about that. It's that journey that you follow along. That sounds like a really great art piece in general that people could really get into, because that's what the music is, that emotion encapsulated in the sound. And man, you got the whole train right up in there with that album.
Yeah, I feel that. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I was just trying to be as real as possible.
And that's what people want to see, though, man. So big respects to you. I didn't mean to cut you off, Tyrone, for putting out that honesty.
Yo, thanks. It's actually really hard because I feel like as artists, we don't always want to share the darkest times, with people, because sometimes you might not, especially with guys. It's easy for, toxic masculinity and all that stuff. It's like, we're tough. We got to be tough all the time. We can't be sad. And I thought actually a lot of ladies were going to listen to the album. But when you look at the analytics, it's majority men who are relating to the album, just finally, I guess, being able to say yo, I've been there.
Word, man, word. That's so true. And that's the thing. There's all this strong and silent type and all these expectations, right? But at the end of the day, this is the stuff you got to talk about and work through. And getting through all that stuff, man, that I always say, you lay with dogs, you wake up with fleas. So you hang out with people who don't work through that stuff. You know what you end up with? People who never worked through that stuff. And they end up, you know what I mean? That doesn't work. So the recipe's not working. So you got to go ahead and remove yourself and take care of it the way you are and have been, man. You know what I mean? So very nice. Big respects to you, Tyrone. It sounds like you know what you need to do for yourself to go ahead and move forward in life.
Yo, thank you.
Man, let's talk about the music. When did you go ahead and get started and say you wanted to pursue becoming a rapper?
All right, so a long time ago, my mom made me and my brother go to a poetry workshop in the summer. We're like, yo, nobody wants to do anything in the summer. We're supposed to be out here running around outside just having a good time. So we go to the poetry workshop. We end up getting really, really good at poetry. The guy's name was Mr. Ray Tyler. He's like a radio talk show down in South Jersey because we're from Atlantic City. And basically we got there, we got really good at writing poems, and we were like, yo, we could probably be rappers. And then so we just started putting it on beats and just playing with it. And eventually we just kept getting better and better over time.
Very nice, very nice. And you kept it going. What are you working with now? You using Logic, Ableton? What are you working with?
So I think the guy at the studio, I go to From Below Studios, and basically they use Logic, I believe. Yeah.
Nice, man. Nice. And with regards to the songwriting, let's talk about you getting into the authenticity of you becoming the artist, because you're at that level where you prevailed and got through that stage where you say, how do I communicate where I'm at with my feelings, whether you wanted to or not? Like you said, with this album that we're cutting forward, we're talking about the album Bon Voyage, but with the album, we're seeing that you encapsulated something really true there. And let's talk about that. Was Bon Voyage the first time you could say, wow, I really was able to put my emotions on there, or is it something you have naturally pretty good skills with? Being able to put that on paper and do that.
I feel like looking back, I had done that, but I had never put it out for people to see.
Because of
So it
the
was
fear of how they would respond.
not so much the fear of that. I guess more so I didn't feel like I needed everybody knowing my whole personal life. I'm sort of a private person. I mean, as much as you can be while still maintaining a social media presence and still trying to entertain people. Um,
Man,
yeah, I just
go
think
ahead.
like pretty much it was my first time actually putting it out for people to hear something personal.
Can we
Because
talk
I've
about your
always written
ex?
stuff.
I didn't mean to
Yeah.
interrupt you. Has your ex heard this album? Does she know what's about her? What is that like?
She's definitely heard it. I don't know if she's actually ever played it all the way through. I think for her, she didn't want to go through those same emotions again. And I just feel like for me, it was a good. I didn't feel like I was treated fairly, and I felt like I needed a way to just get all that weight off my shoulders because I was kind of depressed afterwards. But I felt like I needed to remove myself from that situation because I was in like too much pain and I was questioning myself, questioning just too much questions. So I just was like, I got to get away from this.
The album's been out for a year, so the relationship's been over for over a year now. So you're able to now look at it at an outside perspective because like you said, getting out of that period in time, even though it's a really great piece of art with the music and with the album, those times, those moments, there's a lot that happened and went on throughout that time. A relationship's a great thing, and then you work through it, and then you understand it ain't that easy, and then it ends, and it's like the whole world falls apart, and you gotta not necessarily restart, but reassess where you stand, and how you're gonna move forward. How do we learn from this, right? Is there some way I could learn from it? And so I say that to say, how did you move forward afterwards and say, I'm going to put the album out, I'm going to build from there? Did you change anything? Did you say, I'm going to focus a little more on myself?
Yeah, I pretty much started focusing more on myself, and I started focusing on people that make me happy. So instead of, I hung out with my friends more. I did just whatever I wanted to do, and I just focused on being happy. Instead of just dwelling on the bad, I just focused on everything that was good in my life instead.
Nice, man. And today, what are you doing? You doing reading? You doing rocks? Is it the music? Is it the writing? Is it all the above?
So I'm writing a lot. I'm recording a lot. Um, and then in my spare time, I'm also helping a lot of artists grow their own social media presence.
Nice, man. Nice. So you got the social media. You feel like you've got it figured out. What is there something that the audience you could give them a little bit of nuggets of gold for just for the moment being? What is it to social media? A lot of people are like, oh man, I'm gonna do the music. I'm not gonna do social media. You gotta do that social media today, right?
Yeah, I believe you have to, because once upon a time, people were just passing out CDs after the club or passing out CDs all day in Times Square, hoping that maybe one day it'll get in the right hands. Now you can do that exponentially by just reaching out through people online.
Boom.
So I just feel like it's a cheat code almost. It's almost like, hey, I know personally, if I can get 1 million people to hear my songs, just one of my songs, that I could probably get a decent percentage of them to become fans.
Absolutely, absolutely. And like you said, you're able to see the opportunity with how back then when people were doing that American dream type of hustling, handing out the CDs outside of the stadium, outside of the, Nipsey Hussle, all these people we know and respect were doing that stuff. And today you can do the same thing online. You pass out the CD, you reach out, offer value, back, same thing, you feel like you're bothering handing out a CD. You're not bothering if it's valuable. You're offering some real value. This is a good song. I believe in this song. People want to believe in what you believe in if you believe in what you're doing. If you don't, they're not gonna believe for you. So you're out there making these connections. You got your music, and you're like, if people listen, I know that I got something good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice, man. Nice. Now, what are you working with? Because there's a lot of social media right now. You doing TikTok? You on TikTok?
I'm on TikTok. I'm just having fun with TikTok. I don't promote my TikTok that much, but I do post it on my page sometimes. But there are way more TikToks than are on my Instagram page.
Right, right.
Instagram's my main thing. TikTok's probably second, and then I'm really starting to grow my YouTube.
Nice, man. What's the social media strategy with Bon Voyage? You got music videos lined up for the summer. What is that looking like?
Okay, so actually, we dropped two music videos this year. We did one for the vacation song. That was fun because it featured my brothers. And then I work with Zapman Creative House, and they've done those two music videos for me. They were wonderful. Um, the vacation music video, it just looks like we took a trip somewhere. They made the set look like we went somewhere. We were actually somewhere else. That was cool. And then the other song, You're Still a Sweet Song. It's a song where I just talk about how, like, even though you're mad at someone, even though you have to distance yourself, sometimes you think of those good times. And basically, that song was done in the same place that J Balvin shot a music video. Beyonce shot scenes from Black is King in there. So a lot of people have been there at the same spot. So it was cool to get one of those spaces to shoot a video in.
Very nice, and that just comes to show that you're not playing with regards to the video and everything in between. We're coming in hot, and it's people need to tune in and listen to this.
Absolutely.
Very nice, very nice. Now let's talk about collaborations. Who's on the album? Is it who did we get? Who got the features? Who did you collaborate with? A lot of artists on this album. Was it a solo project? Being that you were in this relationship, a lot of it, I imagine. Did you get anybody to come in and go ahead and bring some of their flavor into that?
Yeah, so I didn't get too many features, but the features I did get, I got three artists, and all three of them are my brothers.
Nice.
So they all rap as well, and I thought it would be a good time that when the album blows up, I want my brothers to also have a foot in the door. So I got them on the album. Excuse me.
Hey.
And also the cool thing about getting them on the album was everything they said on the different songs they're featured on was exactly how I was feeling. So maybe they got a sense of that from my verse. Maybe they got a sense of that from the hooks that I put on the songs. But they said things, and I learned more about my brothers too, because I'm like, wow, y'all have been through stuff too. And
Man,
I
that's
thought it was
truly
a really
amazing.
experience.
Absolutely. Yeah. Very nice, man. So you got all your brothers to jump on there and even like look at it with you. In many ways, that's a truly dope thing to think about. That you guys were able to look at your art. That's one thing that's hard to do a lot with your brothers, right? Show them your art, and then they jump in, and then they make it even better with you. Man, that's amazing. That's truly amazing. Very nice, Tyrone. Now so you have a good relationship with your brothers. How many of you guys is there?
There are 6 of us total.
6 of you guys. Nice. So it's a team of the Logan brothers.
Yeah, so we're the Logan Bros. We're thinking about coming up with another name for TLB. Just something catchy. But the Logan Bros has been working for us for years.
Very nice. Very inspirational that you guys are out there just putting out positivity and motivating each other, man. That's real awesome. That's real awesome. Now, Tyrone, how about, you got a girlfriend today, man? You're in a new relationship. Are you staying away from that stuff right now? What is that looking like?
So look, I was trying to stay away for a while, but then I met this girl and she's super dope. And I had to hang up the jersey, man. I had to hang up the
What can you do, man? You didn't ask for it. It just came and it worked out that way. How could you complain?
And it was perfect timing. I feel like I've grown a lot as a person since the last relationship. And I feel like it was just, the perfect timing for us to meet each other and start to build. She also raps. She goes by A.Divine Energy on Instagram.
Nice.
And she's a real dope MC. So
nice, man. That's awesome. So you got this girl you're with is a MC as well. She makes music. So maybe you guys could work something together, make a song together, something, man.
Yep, we got some heat coming for the summer.
Oh, you heard it here, you guys. You heard it here. We got the Instagram. Mm-hmm. Very nice. All right, Tyrone. So what else is planned for the future? What else do we have lined up? What do you want to let the audience know to look out for?
So first off, this is a Rax Gear t-shirt. If you use the promo code Logan Bros, you get a little discount. They got a lot of fly gear on their website.
Okay, that's clean, man. Let's get a little zoom in. Let's get a quick.
All right.
Boom. Very nice.
It's RAQS, RaxGear.com.
There we go.
And then also, let me think. Oh, I'm from New Jersey, so we have Jersey Club here. It's club music. You know, a lot of people dance and turn up to that music. I actually have one of the best Jersey Club DJs, DJ J Hood. He just did a video with Fetty Wap, but he remixed my whole album. So the same album, it's been remixed into like a Jersey Club version. So we're dropping that this summer too. You can be on the lookout for that in July.
Man, look at that. Look at that. July.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, cool, man. What are your social media handles?
I'm pretty much Tylo the Gentleman on everything. Um, Snapchat is Gentleman Swag, and Tylo the Gentman on Twitter because they didn't have enough words or letters.
Nice, man. All right, Tyrone. Well, hey, man, you're an inspirational guy. I see the positivity. I see that you put out your work, and it's great work, and it comes from within. You're a true artist. And I want to talk to you a little bit more about this. How did you become that true artist, and how are you still keeping going with that yourself, taking care of yourself while also putting out your music? How you doing that? How you able to use that tunnel vision and be the artist that you want to be, putting your work forward and it coming from within, because that's how the best work is made, right? That when
Hmm.
it's all you can't fake the funk.
Absolutely. I feel like it's hard, and I feel like it's a constant. You have to constantly keep checking yourself and looking in the mirror and remembering where you want to be 10 years from now, 5 years from now, where you want to be, and remember where you came from, and accept that you're better than you were then, and accept that you also make mistakes. But just as long as you don't hang out in the funk too long, always get yourself back up and keep moving. For me, it was like I was trying to figure out, yo, I'm making all these songs, the songs are cool, but people aren't really listening, like how they're not sharing it, they're not playing it over and over again. So I was trying to figure out what I was missing. And the thing was, it was being relatable. And the only way to be relatable is to tell your story. And those who relate to it, those are the people that are going to relate to it. So that's where I'm at
Absolutely.
with it right now.
The world becomes a much smaller place when we can sort of get rid of the idea that we need to tell someone else's story. When you tell your own, everybody relates because we all go through a lot of the same stuff, man. You're talking about a love story. How many of us have one of those?
All of us.
Very nice, man. So constantly checking yourself, always looking in the mirror and just saying, are we sticking true to ourselves, and is the work good work? We always got to put in those 10,000 hours anyways, right? But once you coop
Yep.
that authenticity with that hustle, there's nothing stopping you.
Facts.
Very nice. All right, Tyrone Logan, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on the show, man. Let's get you on again in the future.
Yes, definitely. Let me know.
All right, man. Sounds good to me.
All right, bro. Have a great day.
All right, Tyrone, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Peace.